All right, Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome back. It's Shalonda or Shay Speaking. And yeah, so I'm doing this quick video or whatever. Well, it's just going to be reading this article because I thought this was very interesting. Now, I was doing, like I said, when I did the video earlier, I just want to make sure I clarify something on here, right? So when I was talking earlier, because I wanted to make sure it's a difference between what we're talking about when it comes to whatever inheritance or whatever something was taken away from me, right? So I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm just going full throttle and getting things back balanced or getting things in order or order in the court. So again, I want to make sure I clarify, because I know people be all up in the business, right? And just want to just jump to conclusions every time I say something. So what I was speaking on at that point, right? Shit changed, people changed. What I was speaking on at that point is when about a year ago when we started discussing this whole thing about, what we're gonna do or whatever, and then talking separation. It was not even, I don't think it was like really even serious then, not until a couple months ago. But this is totally off subject, but I felt like something is telling me I just need to clarify this. And I was saying, like at that time or whatever, they was real worried about, losing out on something. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? I have enough faith in myself to, me be able to keep the house, you know what I'm saying? And then you just pay the mortgage or whatever and go get you something else or whatever. And I'll stay here. And then within a year, I should be able to pay the rent myself, because I think it was like, I don't know, like 20 years alimony or something like that. And, everybody was thinking I was stupid or whatever. And I'm like, whatever. I just got enough faith in myself, right? But then I'm like, oh, hold on. Wait a minute. there's a difference, because like I said, I feel like when it comes to these, when it comes to whatever this energy is about somebody taking something, that's a totally different story. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to an inheritance or somebody with, with the identity or using my name or signing my name away, that shit is just 100%. I just think it's all about being fair and balanced and people taking advantage. And I feel like, again, just in case this is something that somebody listens to or somebody tries to take a clip, you know what I'm saying, of my video to court or something one day, if it, when it comes down to it, that, you know what I'm saying, that was something that was talked about in the beginning. That's the type of person I am. But I feel like when it comes to the situation I'm in now, and seeing as though there's some kind of energy around here with like possible trust issues and possible lumped in money that may belong somewhere. Like I said, this energy is just bothering me. I just like to know things, man. I just like to know things. And so when it comes to any kind of inheritance or something, of course, I want that 100% back, right? And then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like whatever I need, like, for my rent or whatever. But, just not being greedy. Like, I'm not the type of person, I guess I should have said something more along the lines where I'm not the type of person that want to take all your money or just overdo it. But of course, you know what I'm saying, it's going to have to be worked out some kind of way. And I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there. I'm not putting no numbers on nothing. I'm not putting no time limit on nothing. What I'm saying is that's just what it is. Things change, shit. So yeah, just in case anybody take that shit out of context, and I know that the family and stuff be listening to these videos, so you know what I'm saying, that was that. So let's go ahead with this. Yeah, it's gonna be fair and balanced, and it's fair to get some type of like I said, in the current situation with things that I feel going on behind the scenes, that was when I didn't have no question about no other shit going on. Now that there's a question, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna have to just take care of that a little bit differently. But like I said, I'm not a greedy person. It's got to just be something that's fair. Okay? I should have just said that. And so I'm learning. I'm learning a lesson of what I need to be saying on my videos and what I shouldn't be saying. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this is just a different type of situation. It was a different type of situation. And to what I talk about, with these abilities or whatever on here and what I've been talking about. So let's see. I feel like that's just like the green light for somebody just to try to take advantage of your ass. And that ain't even the case. So, Yeah, there's some questionable shit at this point in time. And if that is, you know, we got pain and suffering and shit going on. So let's look. And I just figured, you know, like not even with this situation, but in general, I just see the difference. Because, you know, don't you be like, kind of like, if you never thought you seen somebody, like you never thought you knew somebody, or you never thought, or just like even looking at life in a different situation here, where I feel like we dealing with different energies. Like something feels off here. Something feels off here. And, you know, like I said, I just went to the store real quick. And I don't know, like certain songs and shit that I used to listen to, I'm just listening to it different. Like, the energy just feel, it don't feel off. It don't feel nervous. It don't feel nothing. It just feel like, you know, the whole energy or whatever is off. I feel like there's an unwanted visitor here. Excuse me. It's almost like a light switch or something like that. And I feel like what I'm sensing is like there's like an altar or something that happened. And low key, somebody like dipped up out of here, and then somebody else is here in their energy. And I don't know, it's just kind of creeping me out just a little bit. Because we know like energy is transferable, right? I don't know, it's just something, y'all. Something is just off. And then it's a lot of forever and shit. I'm just thinking forever. Oh, I don't even like that. I don't like the way that shit sound. Like, like I don't know. Like I don't think I could do anything forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that kind of energy here. That I feel like it's like a like an imaginary borders or something. Like again, like even this circle thing right here being the circle thing that we're talking about with this serpent being like wrapped around me in a sense, like in a metaphorical or just like in some kind of different way. Okay, yeah, it's something questionable, and it's really making me feel like something that I won't admit, I won't mention, not admit, but that I won't mention. Okay, so let me read this. It's like almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just wanted to read this thing, and I'm just talking about whatever else, but I did want to get that out of the way. Okay, because you know that's what it is. So again, it's saying rich with historical meaning. The aura, and I don't know why this made me want to say aurora. I should have grabbed my glasses, but I didn't. Oh, mate, they right here. Hold on a second. Maybe they right here. Yes. Oh, yes. All right. Yeah, low key, I think some sneaky shit. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, and then this whole little snowstorm that just came and piled up in the area. I'm just like, what is this? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You know? So again, yeah. So this our Boros. Now, I did see something about like Sirius B. Okay. I think I'm gonna look at that maybe a little bit later. But it says it symbolizes rebirth, immortality, eternity, protection, self-reliance, unity in nature's circle. So again, it made me think like even in the car, I was listening to some songs, right? And it was saying something like, now I'm just telling y'all what triggered me to, I don't know why. Something is really on me. It triggered me about what the fuck I said earlier. So I was driving and it was like a song like, oh, I just want to love you. I just want to love you. I want to love you. And then I'm like, oh, okay. You know, that sounds nice. Like, cause I was thinking about like when they asked Solomon in the Bible or whatever, what he would like. And then he said wisdom. Okay. And again, in the Apocrypha, wisdom is listed as a feminine energy. And I was thinking like, well, yeah, if I was Solomon, yeah, I would have asked for wisdom. But if it wasn't no cap on that shit, I'd make sure that I asked for, you know what I'm saying, just wisdom or just abundance and wisdom, knowledge or whatever. All right. And then I also want my motherfucking funds. You know what I'm saying? Like I also want to be abundant financially. You know what I'm saying? Especially being a female and then actually going through a lot of things that I've gone through here. Just going through, you know, being in a situation where you've had your, you know, stuff frozen or whatever. And then you see how people that you never thought, you know what I'm saying, around you would change up. And so I feel like that's what changed my perspective. Okay. And this is just for anybody else that might be in a situation that might have been someone with combined funds, but the majority is, the man in the family made, you know what I'm saying? Someone being someone that's been like an at-home mom or whatever, so you really didn't build. All right, it's not like you never worked, but you didn't build up that nest egg or whatever. And so what was I saying? So I feel like being in that situation and then seeing how people are maybe when they have it and you don't, and then there's some kind of differences there, how shit changed. Or just even being in this day and age when it feels like somebody can flip a switch or take a cartridge out of some shit. You know what I'm saying? And it just seemed like somebody swap up and change and their whole energy change. You know what I'm saying? And you need to be able to move around or get around and do what you need to do. So again, I was always saying that. I was like, yeah, I would have liked wisdom, but I definitely had to put, you know what I'm saying? I need some, but I think King Solomon would have been like even a abundant person. I look at him as like a king of pentacles anyway. But if the abundance is not something that you can obtain or spend or have in a bank, or I don't know, they got Bitcoin, whatever they got, the pentacles and shit these days, I look at it as like, yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. And if in my case, whatever, like I'm trying to figure out what my plans are next, right? So it's definitely looking to this energy to find out, like doing some more detective work or whatever and digging and finding out what this is, who got it, where it's at, when the fuck I need to be getting it back. All right. So it's heavy on my mind. And I think because of that, because whatever looking at this serpent circle, going on that ride, listening to that song, coming back here, even remember what my mom was saying. You know what I'm saying? She was like, don't you do nothing like that, whatever she is. You want this, that, and that. And I'm like, and then, like I said, that's when nothing switched up. But now that I see the energy then switch, I'm like, oh, maybe I see what she was saying to a certain extent. But whatever. Why am I saying it over and over again? All right, let's keep it moving. All right, because like I said, I know that people be listening. His family, my family, or whatever. They don't really admit to it, but it is what it is. Let me see. So yeah, it's an Unity Nature Circle. Okay, it's an ancient circular symbol dating back to 5000 BC, which depicts a snake or dragon eating its tail. Okay. Let's see. Archaeologists discovered the oldest known example of an Ouroboros on a jar that is possibly 7,000 years old. Y'all know how I feel about dates like that. It belonged to the Neolithic Yangshe. I don't know. That's what it looked like. It says people who lived along the Yellow River in what is now eastern China. Okay. So again, this is making me think about even like I don't know why it's driving me back to portions of northeastern America or whatever, or maybe even in another part of America when it comes to Asia Minor or whatever at some point in time in his story or this story. So let's see. It appears on temples, artwork, and ancient artifacts from an array of cultures around the world, including Egypt, Greek, Nordic, Indian, Amazonian, and others. Indeed, it's a symbol that endures the test of time, which still intrigues us to this day. And another thing, I just feel like, why can't I wrap my mind about this? Something is damn bugging me. Because what I feel like is, you know how you just wish somebody would just tell you the truth? You don't want to, like, I'm the kind of person I hate to accuse somebody. I can accuse a situation, like, where the hell did that thing go? And if I can't find it for like 2 or 3 days and I keep looking for it and it's a week or two late, you know what I'm saying? Then I might start, saying, well, such and such, whatever. Or right away, I'm going to say, well, such and such was here or whatever, but I ain't going to trip like that, you know what I'm saying, until I find it. But it's just something lingering. Like I feel like whatever this is, it's like I still don't I guess that's just what it is. I got to start with just going somewhere like that. Because I guess I'm in denial. You know what? That's what we're going to talk about. I guess that's what it is. That's what's on my mind. As much as Source and the ancestors own me, I think they just really own me right now about something. Okay? And as much as it is, it's like, it's more me being that person, man. Like, it's like almost like, just because somebody ain't telling you something, but I just like for somebody to tell me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to guess. I don't want to have to nothing. Just tell me. What did you do? Because I know it has something to do with people that's close to me. But I'm in denial. The closer the person is to me, the more I want to be in denial about some shit. Because they could say no with a straight face, and something is telling me, yo ass, no. Like, it's something in my gut that's telling me, you know something. You just real good at acting like you don't know nothing. And like, that could be like the common, like, that could be the it's almost like, if I knew, that's like the determining factor, because it's like, then you knew I could have got up out of here, or when I just asked you for that one little thing, you could have just did that. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I don't know. It still don't make me want to go overboard, but it's just I don't know. It's bothering the hell out of me. I don't even know if I can finish this video. I don't even know if I can finish it. And something is telling me to pull some cards. Because I'm going back to that, render Caesar what Caesar's and God what is God's. I'll finish this and then I'm going to have to pull some cards because this is really getting to me. Geomythology is the study of how pre-scientific cultures explained. And it's almost like a sneaky energy that I don't get along with. It's like a sneaky energy that I don't like. Like, you know how somebody be vibing high or low, okay? So it's almost like there's this sneaky vibing energy that somebody is in here that it's, you know how you be dealing with somebody and it's the least, it feels like a trap. I'm just feeling trap and snare. And I feel like it's just like kind of, people look at me as like that kind of person that's like, oh yeah. Or just like how I was saying, they trying to say something to make Jesus get caught up. It bothers me. And I feel like it's not even just that. I feel like it's somebody else out there that's just like, I don't know, I can sense their energy too. That's just like, that shit ain't even right or whatever. Like, it don't feel good to be the odd one out in your own fucking business. You know what I'm saying? And just anybody could have like relayed any type of kind of like message to you, very specific, and it just didn't ever happen. And I feel like that is hurtful. I feel like that is the hurtful part, and that's what has me like in denial. Even though I know plans, you know, I know that whatever this is that's happening right now means that I will be, you know, making moves. It just feels like this whole thing, you know, like, I don't like the fact that, you know, big corporations or whatever have been able to play unfair. And I think, but I guess we got that all out in the scripture today. But, and then it's almost like they did it for a certain amount of time, right? And that just makes me question even more. Like, what is it? It's like a gypped or duped or something like that. So, like it's just like, how do people expect you to make some kind of decision or make some kind of something without, I don't know. Could you, okay, this is what I be feeling like sometimes. I be feeling like, with like the surveilling energy, be feeling like, under investigation or something, right? Um, you don't know you being watched, you don't know you being investigated, you don't know nothing, you just talking about something, or you just doing your job or your work, or you know what I'm saying, when it comes your passion or whatever you're doing on here. Okay. It frustrates me because I feel people take stuff out of context and put it in the wrong positions. And a lot of times people can't really distinct or tell what I'm talking about that is actually my story, and what may be also something I'm sensing as an empath, or as somebody else that, my senses can pick up on other people's energy in situations as well. And just feel like a whole bunch of people just been sitting here, like I said. And that's the whole thing. Like in the beginning of this journey, that's what it felt like. Every time I did something, it felt like a whole bunch of people was just ready to just say, ooh, look what you said. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, why the hell you just come here and listen to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. And I just feel like this is just like one of them conversations right here, where it's just like, this feeling is really bothering me here. But I feel like it's something that maybe even at first people wanted to paint that energy because they maybe, you know what I'm saying, when I first started this channel, getting used to even doing a channel or whatever. And it was more just like about the story. I wasn't really opening up about whatever's going on with me or whatever other stuff I was sensing or seeing at that time. It was something that I probably was afraid to tap into or to be, talking about on here. So let's see. Astronomical events and other natural phenomena through creation, stories, and legends. Today we don't know the exact origins of the Ouroboros symbol. However, the historians believe it's inspired by real snakes, lizards, like the armadillo girded lizard, and even pangolins. I don't know what that is. Okay, all of which curl up to protect themselves. Okay, so this is also making me think about my Akashic Field card in my Akashic Tarot deck or Oracle deck. And it says author Marinus Anthony Van Der, whatever this is, okay, no offense, published another theory of the Journal of Folklore Research. They suggest that the Ouroboros symbol may have been inspired by an auroral ring. This is a phenomenon that occurs when aurorae, the northern lights, or aurora borealis, okay, the southern lights, okay. Oh, okay, so this is making me think about that symbol of the crown, the three legs, the water, and the fire. But it's also giving me aurora energy here on originals, because I feel like I feel like at some point in time there was like the energy between Cammy and Aurora. I mean, yeah, Cammy and Aurora. And I felt like, I don't know why, because of the red hair and because of some parts of her energy. You know what I'm saying? I resonated with her energy, and then but then when she went and started flipping out and acting crazy and stuff, I said, "Oh yeah, that ain't me." But it did remind me of somebody that I felt like is an alter, somebody that I felt like was a little bit too close in my energy here. Okay. And I feel like there was a connection, like I said, between this feminine energy and spiritually in me, or a masculine that's connected between both of us. Okay. And I feel like, okay, then I said, okay, maybe that's her energy. Okay. Possibly as of lately. But this made me think about that energy of that aurora. And it also made me think about the two, because I was watching originals just a minute ago. And they were talking about the symbol of the serpent on there. But they were saying that it was this girl Eva or whatever, right? And they were saying that it was an evil ancient symbol or whatever. And they were saying that she was sacrificing children or whatever. And so, and that she was sacrificing children. Okay, so when that said that, okay, it was something about how it was said, knowing that, again, some of these stories, you know what I'm saying, correlate a little bit too much with what's going on in real life. Sometimes we all know that. Some people, you know, do videos and stuff like that on there. And it made me think about today, like, because I feel like I told you, it feels like some kind of setup. And I was, every day I have to get out of some kind of obstacle or something, or I have to like do some kind of puzzle or something, right? And it's like I was saying about spirit animals and stuff like that, and protection, or Jesus, or that energy being a protector of children, right? And I feel like just this whole thing about, like, when they said they didn't ask Jesus any more questions, it just making me think about some timeline here that somebody has tried to like trap me in some kind of thing or something. And it made me think about earlier, because I was writing down names of, you know, feminine energies. Like I said, I do this from time to time, and it on the paper, all it says is that I would like to keep these people out of my energy, you know, keep these people out of my energy, or keep these people out of my head, you know. And then I'll just maybe like write their name and who I feel connected to them, or how they got connected to me. Okay. And then and that's what's on the paper. But today, a lot of names and words was coming to my mind, right? And it was making me think about like some, I ended up writing down on a different piece of paper, the back of that paper or something like that. I ended up writing down like whatever source was having me say, like a black and white cat, you know, connections between this and that. And then it was also pointing me to, like I said, certain spirit babies or spirit children, just being a protector of, like I said, when it was making me think about when the children could only pass over into a place, right? um and like I told y'all, like a long time ago, I don't know, I used to have this vision of having like this uh a orphanage or whatever, with kids with okay, I used to have a vision of having an orphanage with children, like a whole bunch of children had to get put in the orphanage, right? Um, and then when I realized today, okay, and I was just wondering about that, why did the parents not be able to come and the children got to come? Um, well, I guess they disobeyed supposedly, but this made me think about, because I was watching the originals, and the little girl, I can't remember what her name is, Klaus's daughter. It was the part where she fixed a butterfly's wing with her magic. She was like, "Don't tell my mom," and she fixed a butterfly's wings. Okay, and then I was just thinking, like, my children are kind of, you know, different. You know what I'm saying? They always been different. So I wonder, like I said, if this is something, you know, I don't know. I'm just wondering if it's something like this. But I said it would suck that, you know, I feel like what it is like there is a hovering energy of a masculine and feminine couple. I feel that they want to strip me of everything, like my happiness or whatever. And if it almost feels like maybe because I don't want to be a third party, you know, and I don't, or this is like in the beginning, this was like 6 months ago, I felt this energy of two hovering spirits. Um, and I felt like at some point in time, maybe that's what it would have been. All right. And it's like a punishment or something like that. And then I feel like, again, something was trying to tell me, you're going to work with children, or you so good with children. Okay, now I love children. I used to have a daycare or whatever. But like, I'm at the point in my age where I don't want to work with children right now. You know what I'm saying? I want to, like, if it was something that was put on me that I had no choice to do, I'm always going to be good with children, because I always have been. But if it's something that I wanted to do right now, I don't think so. I think that's something that's going to hold me down. Okay. And I feel like from that episode, it was trying to say that that lady was, you know, doing that harm to children or whatever. That she was sacrificing children, okay? And then I was thinking, like, could somebody be that fucked up and mean? You know what I'm saying? Could somebody be that messed up that I missed out on many opportunities to do all these things, and they're gonna sit there and try to, project that energy? Because a lot of times it's like that, aha. Like, I'm telling y'all, a lot of times it's like that. Like getting played because of the type of work I do. Y'all know about, telepathic communication. And because of the work I do, I feel like people either be wanting to use me for something, you know what I'm saying, or they play, or they're trying to mock me, or trying to, get me caught up in something. Like that's the games that I feel like have been played over time. And I felt like that would be bogus as hell, for somebody to make it seem like that. Because it's almost like what the dream that I told y'all about a couple weeks ago, with the me standing in the middle of this field or whatever, and it was dark, and I had children with me, and I was trying to block. It was like a war or something going on, and I was putting up my hands. I put up like my hands like this, and whatever it was, it built a force field around, me and the children. And it was kind of just like stop, or it was just kind of like this thing, like like enough is enough or whatever. Because I didn't have any weapons or anything. That's the only thing that I had. And it kind of put, like I said, it was this dream that I had, and it put a force field around me and these children. And so I just said that would be something messed up or whatever, if somebody tried to do something like that. Because the thing that's so messed up about it is that, people already know on this platform that I've talked about, what I'm saying, strange visions and strange, things or whatever pertaining to that, pertaining to me feeling like people have been doing like maybe blood rituals, or they've been doing some kind of trying to put some kind of womb magic or something like that on me. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like just thinking back about, like I told you guys about that strange bird that I had. I was kind of like falling asleep one night, and this strange bird flew over my car, but it was huge, and I had never seen anything like it, and it scared the hell out of me. And how, like, when I was a little girl, I'd be like, oh yeah, I want to, from watching the Never Ending Story, I always wanted it like I always would say, ooh, one day I'm gonna have me a dragon, and talk about what color it was gonna be and all this other kind of stuff. Because I don't know, I'm still kind of like, I'm definitely an adult, But I just feel like Alice in Wonderland, where again, when you look around, everything is all backwards. So, what are we talking about here? I'm getting off subject. But yeah, that made me upset, I think. Excuse me, because I feel like it's like one more task or one last trick, or one more task or one more test or trick that's on it. Somebody was trying to play on me when it comes to my gifts or whatever. And then it feels like it's an awkward way of just like having to just like even defend yourself right now. But I felt like when I just watched that episode, a little piece of that episode before I went to the store, and I'm like, that would be so mean. Nobody would do that. Okay? Nobody would do that and try to make it seem like somebody is a danger to society or something. Because I think it goes back to like the same energy with the Alpha and the Omega, or the Omicron in the Omicron in the other version of the vid or whatever. Because I feel like, yeah, we won't go back all the way into that. It's almost like somebody that wouldn't be wearing a mask, how people would look at them as like, oh, like that. But yeah, so I wanted to clarify for myself, that it wasn't nothing like demonic behind this energy here. And so that's why I went ahead and pulled it up and tried to look into it a little bit. Because like I said, on the episode, they were saying that like it was something evil. And that's what this woman was doing. And so I wanted to go ahead and read on it. So again, it says occurs in the aurora, the northern lights, or aurora, the southern lights. Okay. And so this is what like, again, if you go back on my channel or my platform, you know, these are the type of visions and dreams and downloads and stuff, like I said, that I was getting here about another feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I said, switched at birth, or even somebody like the hand that rocks the cradle, or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like I put up that post the other couple weeks ago about, you know, fetal abduction, even, you know, and all the strange things that are going on the plane, or have gone on, or mythological things, or whatever you want to call it, that have gone on or been written about or heard, or stories told, or whatever it would be. And it reminded me of the text that we were reading today about the roast being in the oven, or whatever it was. You know, it was making me think about like a bud in the oven. Excuse me. So this is taking a long time. From a ring-like pattern in the sky. It says, today we associate the aurora with the extreme northern and southern latitudes. However, there is evidence that a number of unusual solar storm events that occurred hundreds of years ago could have made the aurora visible at times in other parts of the world. In fact, some geomythologists believe that 5 breathing dragons were inspired by a green auroral ring. So it's an intriguing parallel that the earliest Ouroboros symbol was discovered in China, a place where there is a long history of dragon lore there. And remember, we pulled that card last night, the dragon's lair. Okay, out of the map deck, the dragon's lair. But that energy, like I said, was the energy was me speaking of something that I was seeing that had something to do with a totally different feminine energy here. And that's the weird part. It says another potential source of inspiration for the Ouroboros is full rainbows spanning in the sky. And that reminded me of the double rainbow that we had here a while back when I did that video. It said the assumption being that ancient peoples imagined that the continuation of the arc of the rainbow into a full circle. The Aboriginal Australians have a creation myth about giant rainbow serpents who crosses the sky, provides water, and is a protector of people and crops. Okay. Now, again, this made me think also about, that made me think about what we were talking about earlier with that Kiev statue or whatever. Okay. That made me think about that statue, right? And I don't know why I just heard Ra. But that makes me think about that serpent, right? And how I was saying, it seemed like there's some reverse psychology with that coat of arms. And like, I was saying, what is that trying to say? Like, people like me, you know what I'm saying, conquering some kind of dragon or evil bird? Or is that, you know, something like, you know, let's see, man, you know what I'm saying, shooting down or calling something, you know, making people afraid of something and then shooting it down when it's something that actually was supposed to fly around and protect, right? And they turn it so, because this is the first time ever, and I'm on like season 4 on that show, and it's the first time ever that something wasn't all the way on point. This one thing, all the things when I say, damn, that remind me of this, everything be on point. But this one thing, it was like something is not right. Something is not right. Something is not right. This is all out warfare, dude. And something is not right. And so it made me think, like I said, is that the earth serpent? Because we look at it and it looks black, you know what I'm saying? And it's down there and it's got a pierced thing in it. So it must be something bad. So that's why I like to look at things in full scale, or look at things kind of like 360, or I'm just scattering seeds and then other people can, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and do as they please with it. But with this thing, and I usually be comfortable with that, but with this thing, it made me go back. It made me go back. You see? Because it almost feels like that could be the energy. And maybe even, like I said, at the bottom, it looked like it was a whole bunch of people at the statues at the bottom that were looked like they were black figures, and it looked like they were birds. So again, I was thinking, could those birds be the habitation? Like it was like Babylon falling, or whatever, becoming the habitation of every foul bird or whatever. So again, it made me think about vultures or crows or something like this. Even though I think crows are beautiful, and because they have like an iridescent color to them, or ravens or whatever, whichever one it is, or both. And so yeah, that's what it made me think about here. And then Gog and Magog, right? And then Russia and China, you know, it just made me think about that energy. And it also made me think about something that also made me look at the two dogs on the moon card when it comes to, like I said, Canaan. I feel like that's Canaanite energy, right? And then also the two dogs on the King of Pentacles. So it says another let's see. Finally, the ancient Egyptians associated the Ouroboros with another natural phenomenon, the rising, and setting. Maybe that's supposed to say sun. I don't know, but it say run every day, which you can read about below. Okay, so it says China. As mentioned earlier, archaeologists discovered the early known Ouroboros symbol in China. Some historians believe the Chinese Ouroboros. See, this is making me think about bounty hunters in the Texas abortion law, and what I was even sensing when they first started making so much noise about it. I just feel like there's a bunch of experimental things going on right now that some people may fall prey to, especially women. You know, maybe there's another group of rainbow children or something. I think I heard somebody say this before. Another group of rainbow children that's going to be born here. And I feel like through lineage, you know, like I put, like I said, about protection, because I felt like the energy of wanting to protect here today, especially when it comes to the house, the family. And then again, when I put on that list, those are children that, again, I feel like I have some type of always protector energy of. So I felt like, you know, if I feel like people are snooping around or reading or looking at, right? I leave my stuff out in the open. I'm not hiding anything. But I feel like, you know, we feel like all that surveillance going on. I just see now. And that's just it. I see that like people like to take stuff out of context. And if they can't find anything bad, they want to make something bad to vilify. And they'll smile in your face and they'll make accusations and they'll say things. But at the same time, you know, a lot of people are trying to set up people that still have a good heart, you know what I'm saying? And a good record, you know what I'm saying? So that's just it. It says some historians believe the Chinese Ouroboros could be inspired by dragons, which represents strength, great power, and good luck. Excuse me. In addition, the Chinese Ouroboros symbolizes the idea of unity as it does in other cultures. It is sometimes compared to the yin and yang symbol, which divides the universe into heaven and earth, or female and male energy. Okay, so that's okay. That makes me think about androgynous energy here. It says, although they are separate and opposite, together they form the perfect whole. Now, this was interesting here to me. The Egyptian Ouroboros. Okay, now y'all know. Okay, the Olive Garden or whatever like this, and it was making me think about, like I said, I think it's Asar and Ptah. Okay, but I think this is this is Tutankhamun here. But if you look at this energy here, the circle is around this person's head and chest, right? And it's also, again, around this person's feet here. But I don't know why this is making me think about somebody being stagnant or carried away. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe this is maybe even somebody in their own bubble or stagnant or something when it comes to their head. But then also there's this, there's a lot going on here, okay? Like this energy here, okay? But this is almost, the horns on here kind of remind me of a tomb. Now, I doubt that somebody's walking around. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is like a rebirth of a god or something here, okay? I feel like there's a rebirth of a god energy or something that's happening, okay? And it could possibly be 222 when it comes to the serious energy here, okay? Protecting the head and the feet of Ra. Okay, so yeah, maybe that's why I said Ra. Or King Tut. In the second sarcophagus, King Tut and Ra. Why is this making me think about that energy that we just talked about when I said render Caesar what Caesar's and God what is God's? Ra. And King Tut could be somebody else that I'm seeing right now. And this is kind of, okay, yeah, it's kind of messed up because I think whatever this is, something was taken here. Because I told y'all, again, about that energy of that, the energy of the hotel. And then the land property. This is kind of like confirmation that somebody has taken an inheritance. And mainly, I say this because, again, excuse me, I kept my last name, and my daughter, I kept her last name because I wasn't married when I had her. It wasn't until after my twins that I got married, after my twins. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. All right. It says the Ouroboros figured prominently in Egyptian culture. It symbolized the ancient Egyptians' view on immortality and the cycles of nature. 1922. Look at this. Okay, in 1922, what did I say something about something from 1922 earlier in that video, and that we in 2022? Well, it's the prophecy though too of Esther and Elijah too, becoming one. So maybe this has to do with that too. Here and here. Howard Carter and his team found an Ouroboros in a tomb of Tutankhamun, engraved on a gilded shrine in honor of the young King Tut. were two arabori, along with obscure texts, not normal hieroglyphs and illustrations. The shrine is dated to 1300 BC. The Ouroboros engraving on the shrine appeared as a snake wrapped around the head and the feet of a mummy figure. So it's also making me think about death. It's almost making me think about also killing off like Joseph, or selling Joseph into slavery, or at a point where almost killing off, when somebody was killed off or something, maybe even clubbed or whatever. um yeah, tricked or lured off into something and clubbed to death. That could be spiritual, physical, or whatever here. It says the figure was most likely King Tut, or possibly the sun god Ra, or an amalgamation of the two. Huh. Archaeologists believe the text on the shrine was purposefully cryptic so as not to reveal secret formulas. Yeah, we're not going to do that here today. Hence, I'm going to do it on my own, though, behind the scenes, right? It says, hence, they refer to the writings as enigmatic book of the netherworld. Now, the netherworld, I don't know why it's making me automatically think about the underworld. It says, nonetheless, what they did understand is that the Ouroboros symbol, along with the text and drawings, depicted how the ancient Egyptians viewed human immorality and its interconnection with the cycles of nature. The rising and setting sun. The sun rises and setting. I'm about to say set it. That's too much Bible scripture. Okay, hold on, y'all. For real, I took the glass off everything. Was the center of the ancient Egyptians' world. They believed that Ra was born every morning. He would then travel across the sky in his boat. And then at sunset, he would die and join Osiris in the underworld. Then the next morning, he would rise again. So this is making me think about the biblical scripture about, again, like something about work being one energy or whatever, and then at work or during the day being in one energy, and then at night, remember we did those scriptures the other day, and it seems like at night the person gets to be themselves again or have their self back. So this is also making me think that minds have been hijacked to a certain extent, because again, just today, it's like I said, this release, it can't just be all natural here. Because, like I said, all of a sudden, okay, I don't know if it's me speaking to source and saying, get these people out of my energy or whatever. And, I don't want nobody playing in my energy field or whatever, that, what I'm saying, I get to fully, what I'm saying, like I was sitting there laughing and playing around with my daughter, and we haven't done that in a long time here. And part of this low key, what I'm saying, with this channel is for people to study what's going on, because, again, like I said, being blinded or blinded at a young age, what I'm saying, I feel like that's what people are doing anyway. And then again, like I said, that tells you there's no ill will or no malicious something in me. I'm just being really open. And again, I might get, witches, people that would call themselves witches, or see, this is where I go, and this is what that part I don't like here. Okay, see, I felt like somebody just trying to jump in here, right? And maybe I am channeling. Maybe that's what channeling, you see what I'm saying? Maybe it's going past psychic things, and what I'm saying, word to now me learning how to, what I'm saying, know when I'm actually channeling here. Okay. So Ra's daily journey across the sky in his boat was not without its challenges. However, the giant serpent or crocodile. Okay, this is giving me Florida energy here too. All right. Apep, was always trying to create chaos for him. Look at this. See what I just said, y'all? I promise you I didn't read this. I did not read this part right here. Again, the earth was first a chaotic mass. In fact, Apep was also called the Lord of Chaos. Look at this. Befitting his nickname. You know what? That made me think about that little smirk I just seen on Putin's face. Because, you never really see him smiling. And that just made me think about that little smile I just seen on his face. That smirk. In fact, the Apep was also called the Lord of Chaos, befitting his nickname. He would create storms, lightning. Look at this snowstorm that just happened right here. And other havocs to impede Ra's progress across the sky. Look at that. Because I told y'all it felt like, I'm telling you, all day and been like, I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. Okay, so the white rabbit is, okay, so there's the Cheshire cat, right? That reminds me of one masculine. And then there is, somebody that reminds me of the white rabbit. Like, it's even making me think about No Time to Talk, Just High and By, Nikki, right? Yeah, I don't know why I'm hearing like something about like Star Wars or something here. And see, I feel like that's what made me mad. Because it feels like it's like a journey of something I'm supposed to be going on right now. Or like I'm going to have to relive this cycle, or die on a cross. And I'm like, I'm not doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not even, man. I'm not even dying on no damn cross, man. But I feel like the key thing is somebody that want to create chaos here. What did I just say before we even got down here? Somebody that want to cause some kind of chaos here. It's almost like somebody that stole my damn boat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm, like I'm just stuck down. Like, did you imagine if we're talking about that kind of energy or whatever, or the Milky Way or something like that? And it's like, if, somebody actually found a way to knock me off my boat and they took it and now they joyriding, chilling and shit, and I'm just still sitting here. I'm telling you, somebody be cock-blotting hating. And I don't know who it is. I don't know who. I'm trying to look through like deities and gods and all these other energies, and I cannot figure out what it's somebody that got it out for me, but it's in a crazy way. It's almost like they love me but they hate me. It's a God that loves and hates me, or a couple that loves and hates me. And it seems like this time I gave them a run for their money, but at the end of the day, man, they real close, man. Something is not right. Something about the next 3 days or the past 3 days, all right? So again, having impeding Ra's progress across the sky. So this make me think, like, again, I'm telling y'all, I seen a vision. I'm telling you. About some meeting or something, but it's like, again, the woman was given the 2 wings or whatever. And I feel like whatever that was like a gateway or something was opened up at some point in time. But I feel like somebody else, tricked me as to where to go. Like, if somebody's supposed to come tell you, hey, you got to be over here at this time, or, yeah, meet me, da-da-da-da. But it was, like, on purpose. And they gave somebody else my tip. You know what? That's what it is. What's the damn thing? The Polar Express. The Polar Express. That's what it is. I feel like somebody that just had my damn my ticket to the Polar Express. You remember in the movie when the damn ticket flew out his hand and was about to fly out the window, he had to get on top of the train and shit, go get it. That's what it feel like. That's what it feel like. But I ain't even get to get the ticket in my hand. You see what I'm saying? It's like somebody took the ticket from wherever it was at, before I could even get the motherfucker. Like, that's what it feel like. So it says, lucky for Ra, Mahan, the enveloper, accompanied him on his journeys across the sky and into the underworld. Mayhem, whose name means coiled one, was a snake god who protected Ra during his journey. Thus, archaeologists assume that the Ouroboros symbol on King Tut's shrine represented Mayhem protecting Ra, or King Tut, as he moved through the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. Okay? So like a spirit guide, huh? For the ancient Egyptians, the Ouroboros and the snake in general symbolized eternal life. In addition, as Mayhem battled Apep, aka the Lord of Chaos, the Ouroboros symbolized the ability to create order out of chaos. So again, 33 right there. All right? Yeah, what did I just say? Minneapolis or Minnesota, right? I promise you, I be getting frustrated, dude. I be getting, because, like I said, I got to steal on my phone or whatever. Where you could locate your phone or whatever. And I promise sometimes when I be looking at that thing, dude, it'd be like somebody like over water or something. It's weird. For the ancient Egyptians, the Ouroboros and the snake in general symbolize eternal life. In addition, as battled the thing. Okay, so again, now we have Africa or Africa. All right, and it says the Fan people of Benin also told stories of a giant serpent that encircled the earth, holding its tail in its mouth. According to the Fan creation story, when the creation of the world was complete, the Creator realized that it was too heavy with animals, mountains, rivers, and trees. In fact, he feared the world would fall apart and into the sea. So he created a giant serpent that would wrap itself around the world. But wait a minute, hold on a minute. In fact, he feared the world would fall apart and into the sea. So this is giving me like Moana energy, because she always goes back to the water. So I feel like sorcery or something. Yeah, something was done. I feel like it sound all nice, but not to me. Because I feel like it just, whatever this is, didn't give me a choice. And it feels like somebody has done something like this, like put this ring around and like, I tell you, this is that energy that whatever I don't like, they make sure to do it. Whatever I like, they take it away. It's just the weirdest shit ever. I don't understand it. And I'm hearing human nature, but I don't understand it. Will fall apart and into the sea. This is making me think, like, again, I do feel like I have sea legs. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why that serpent is around those legs. Some form of stagnation or something here. So he created a giant serpent that would wrap itself around the world. Okay, that's making me think about the world card, though, too. Holding its tail in its mouth. In his mouth, and to hold it all together. This is making me think about the purple rain, or a purple ribbon around the world card. But again, it's got stitches. The world card has stitches at the bottom and at the top here. So I'm wondering if one part of it was cut off. It almost looks like two serpents, you know? Well, at least it's not upon thy belly. Because they're going to, again, I look at this whole thing about the serpent being on his belly. We already did videos on that and everything. But at least, it's not. At least it's coiled up or something. I don't know. Eventually, the Ouroboros symbol made its way across the Mediterranean Sea to Greece. In fact, the name Ouroboros is derived from Greek word auro, which means tail, and boros, which means eating. So Ouroboros loosely translates to the tail devourer. Huh. The tail devourer. I don't know why I'm seeing Kundalini energy. Like the Empress. How it's outside of her body. It's almost like compartmentalizing or selling off pieces of someone. Or sharing, maybe. Or like a supply. Like keeping someone for a supply of something from them. For the philosopher Plato, the Ouroboros symbolized self-reliance, a perfect being that needed nothing but itself. See, this is like somebody trying to be funny as hell. You see what I'm saying? Because, you think about Alice in Wonderland in a world of my own, but she went down the rabbit hole. She found out whatever information she needed, and she came back out. Same thing with Dorothy. She went to Oz. She found out what it was. She came back. Same thing with Moana. She went on the journey, and that's where I feel like I was supposed to be going today. Maybe not even today, but this year. You see what I'm saying? Sometime this year. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that's the journey I was supposed to be taking. Again, like we're just talking, it could be a spiritual journey. It could be, and maybe that is what I did. And maybe it's time for a new one, Excuse me. I apologize, guys. But I do want to finish this real quick. A perfect being, because I've already done history, so this is like mythology or this is like something. So I don't know, maybe this is preparing, everything is for a reason here. But it sounds like somebody trying to be funny here. Like you don't need nobody but yourself. Okay, I got you. Oh, you don't need this? I don't know why it made me think I'm too sexy for my land, too sexy for this, too sexy for that. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you. These spirit guides and ancestors be playing too much. A perfect being that needed nothing but itself. However, the symbol had a dark side, self-destruction, and the potential to devour itself. Okay, maybe with my words, But again, I wouldn't say self-destruct, and I don't think and the potential to devour itself. Like I said, I don't know. This is like, I don't know, like a big brother or, a father figure energy trying to teach a lesson. Okay. I'm here not to think about it too much. Okay. Let's see. Socrates said that human beings are the opposite of the Ouroboros. While the Ouroboros is simple and predictable, human beings are not. We are capable of moving in all matter of directions, which can mean moving forward and progressing and flailing and wasting energy. Some historians compare the Ouroboros to the Greek myth about Sisyphus, But you know what? I feel like whatever, something just told me combat that. That these Ouroboros are usually trapped in something so that people can study them. See? So again, it's almost like I'm getting Gnosticism here or know-it-all. It's like some other guy that may be kind of like, you know, despise them a little bit, right? And so that they want to teach them a lesson, because of their kindness. They mistake their kindness for weakness here. And again, it's making me think about, again, the blind leading the blind, though, or even an energy that is leading an energy that is almost in the likeness of them, though. And if it's like the twin flame, when you hurt me, you hurt yourself, right? Unless they figured out how to try to build back better. And it's almost like that energy of, you're going to need me. But I feel like that's the energy saying that to me. But then that's me also looking back at that energy and saying it to them. So this is a twin flame. This is some shit right here. Okay. All right. Some historians compare the Ouroboros to Greek myth about Sisyphus. In the story, Zeus punishes Sisyphus by making him perpetually roll in a boulder up a hill. Once he gets the boulder to the top, it inevitably falls back down so that he has to roll it up the hill again. 6. Okay. 6 God energy. Okay, hold on. So, all right. So this right here, like I said, when we were reading that Bible earlier, I told y'all, why did it seem like somebody trying to put me back in a fucking cycle again? I feel like I did good. I made it out the cycle. But is you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. This is somebody that's taking advantage. And see, I don't like people taking advantage of people that have, like maybe a slight disability. That's what this shit is here. But I'm hearing show and tell is the game I play when I want to say I love you. I told y'all, somebody play with their food. I'm telling you, somebody play with their food. That's what they do. One of these deities plays with their food. But again, in eating your own tail, you know what I'm saying? It's like a dog chasing its own tail, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like chasing it forever, forever, forever. And then maybe even when or if it can get to it, it's only like biting on it for 1 second. You know what I'm saying? It says an early form of chemistry, the study of alchemy, focused on how. So again, this could be a lesson, but again, we're not doing all that. It's almost like somebody trying to do this shit forever. Instead of 1,000 years, somebody wants to do some shit forever. But again, this is an energy of love. Of unity and all this stuff. I guess nobody wants that. On how matter changed people from a number of diverse cultures, including Egyptians, Greek, Arabic, Indian, and even Taoist monks in China began experimenting with alchemy hundreds of years ago. Alchemists also sought to understand how the cosmos, see, Milky Way's cosmos energy here, affected all matter, including the human body. Essentially, early alchemists were obsessed with the idea of transmutation and taking the state of something and making it better, build back better. I told you. This is there was a puppet control or a puppet energy here. Listen what I'm saying here. I feel like that's what they tried to do this time, but the ancestors said you ain't going to be able to do that shit. Okay, this is what I feel because, okay, oh man, okay, after this I'm going to show you this energy. Okay, so when I was just looking on the coat of arms for England, and I saw like this energy of this like a harp, right? A harp. And this make me feel like somebody think that they can, stroke or, come and, play with and get me to say something or get me to perform or something here. And the thing is, I do this because I like to do it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, my time is valuable. And I feel like I'm just now getting to the point where I want to get back into my creative side. Like, this information shit, you know what I'm saying? I have made an extensive videos here. You know what I'm saying? I think I could chill for a minute with that. It's just like one verse or one scripture or one something a day. And matter of fact, I don't even think it's even, like I said, I don't think, unless, lately, unless I feel like the answers or sources on me to go into a certain chapter. Lately, I've been going like 3 days without it, 4 days without it or something like that. And so, and then I get back on something, like I get a heavy download or whatever. And I think today was one of those days when it was just like a spilling out and like I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? After this video, I feel like I'm cool for a minute on long videos anyways. Okay. It says a practice of trying to turn metals like copper or lead into gold. However, it is also incorporated other philosophical beliefs of the time, including medicine, spirituality, magic, and astrology. Also, I feel like this is also somebody trying to change the narrative for me. They don't want me in my queen or my empress energy here. They want me to do something else. And I kind of want to do something exciting. But again, like, it's something I don't like about people manipulating or trying to push somebody in another direction or something here. And I'm like, cool if it's going to be like something that's well rounded. But ain't nobody trying to be ain't nobody trying to be what they call it, a struggling artist. You know what I'm saying? My whole life. You know what I'm saying? I need something that I'm going to be able to do. Like, I am a hard worker and I get shit done when I get it started. But it's just like, I want to just be able to experience things, travel, and do things like this. And maybe this is something that this is setting me up for. But I feel like what it is like, nah, something is not right. Something is not right. It's got something to do with a throne, a stolen throne, or a throne, or like I said, this inheritance, and it's really getting to me here. And once I get that shit out the way, then I'll be able to focus on something like this. You know what I'm saying? It says the Ouroboros symbol appears. And the same thing too. It's like having a connection with somebody, right? Like a soul tie or a soul connection. I don't know, for me it was like extremely deep or whatever. And I feel like I missed out on it because I feel like, sometimes I feel like, I'm being put to blame or I should feel bad because, I didn't, it's something that I missed or something like this, but at the end of the day, I don't think that. I really do think that whoever it is had ample opportunity, you know what I'm saying, and whatever to do. So this is the first part of me, like, I feel like moving in a direction of like real solid healing here. But it's almost like, it's like what the guys are telling me is like, it's like time to take a break. You know what I'm saying? Or it's just time somebody's actually doing something. Like I keep hearing like Cupid, that song. If I tell you I love you, it doesn't mean that I'm going to cheat on you. Right? Right? But in my eyes, I feel like, how could you even, you know what I'm saying, whatever this connection has been, like, it's like, how could you even, like, because I know whatever this is to be something in the 3D. And I feel like what's been set up is for me to have something that is in another dimension. That's not what it's, like on this journey here right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like whatever this is about, healing and growth. But I feel like there's somebody else that, I'm supposed to be linking up with, and that healing and that growth is supposed to be going on with each other. But I feel like that person has other plans or whatever, possibly, and I feel like even if there is, because I feel like how somebody be like on their money and back in the day they say, oh, I'm on a mission or whatever, right? So I feel like even if that's the case, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a sense of like sensing somebody. You know what it'd be like? It'd be like, say your family member or something was out of town for like 10 years and it was your best friend or your best cousin. Y'all did everything together. And you come back to town. You know what I'm saying? Most time when you come back down, that's the first place you go. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that you're mad at them. It might be at first that you're concerned, or you be like, damn, what happened? Well, Sheila, usually when she come in town, she used to come over here first, or she spend the night here. but maybe she didn't this time or whatever. Well, I don't know. I hope everything okay with her. Like it's kind of like that or whatever. Right? Because I feel like it's like whatever it is a deep connection. But I don't know. I guess people make time for what they, really care about, if that's the case. And I don't have time to be talking about it that deep anymore because I know, snakes is, on the plane or whatever. And they trying to, you know what I'm saying? Again, find something that they can make Jesus. But if you think about it, Jesus was a magician. Jesus was somebody that could do certain things. God is someone who could do, what I'm saying? I don't understand why people don't see right now in this time that some of us, are able to do these things. But they're ready to automatically, try to paint some kind of label or something or diagnose you with something. And it's sad, I think, when it comes to children, because a lot of these children don't even need what these people are saying. It's just easier to cope with them, to put them on some of these meds and stuff like this. And all they really probably need is, a friend or a little something extra here. And again, I'm one that's big on, yes, having fun or being active and doing things like this. But, like I said, I feel like at first my daughters, I was like, dang, they're going to be real shy and stuff like that because they didn't go to daycare when they were younger or whatever. They was always with me, or just like even after school, they was always with me. They really didn't go do much. But I feel like, that doesn't shape a child. You know what I'm saying? A child can be very, restricted and be just fine and responsible and go out into the world and experience things. Some of them might feel like they're lonely or they're cooped up. But in this day and age, there's so many people that are in that situation. That's why I feel like mastering being by yourself and being alone, you know what I'm saying? Some people might look at that as weird, but I think it's very healthy, actually. I think it's very, it can be very healthy depending on who you are. It says the Ouroboros symbol appears in a number of ancient chemical manuscripts and other artifacts. For example, a 15th century manuscript called the Aurora Consurgens. That sounds kind of like surgeon, huh? Which also makes me think of anesthesiologist for some reason. Contains an illustration of the Ouroboros, and even earlier in first century document entitled something of Cleopatra, the Chrysophia. Okay, so this makes me think about like a chrysalis, like a butterfly energy, caterpillar butterfly energy, and then Sophia. Right, so this also bringing me back to that statue again. Like it's almost like that energy of whatever the god is that killed his own mother. Of Cleopatra, written most likely because I was looking at some images of Alexandria, right? They're supposed to be like drafted up images of ancient Alexandria, and I've looked at those images and I matched them up with a certain town. Something took me to that town, and I matched them up with a certain town. I'm like, wow, that's the same place right here. That's what I'm saying about stuff like that. Written most likely in a group of Greek alchemists and philosophers, contained the Ouroboros with an inscription said, "One is all, and through it is all." So this makes me think about the all or God energy. One is all, and through it is all. This is almost like, again, making me think about train activity, or like, how in high school they say somebody ran a train on somebody. I mean, it ain't never been me, like, to be honest with you, for real. But I feel like this is also talking about the astral plane here. And maybe this is what this is. Somebody wants to keep somebody or place somebody in a situation like this here. And by it all, and if you have not all is nothing. 10. There go that 10 right there. I'm going to have to go ahead and read this again when I wake up in the morning, this part right here. One is all, and through it is all. The Empress. And by it is all. And if you have not all is nothing. I don't get that last part. For alchemists, an Ouroboros symbol fit in well with their beliefs. So this also makes me think about the serpent being punished or locked down for 1,000 years. Klaus daggering, Rebecca for 1,000 years when she was the sweetest one out of all of them. So again, this must just have something to do with some kind of connection here. This has some, but it's it's something that bothers me here. Almost like a shallow grave just so somebody can have access to someone, though. Like a trap. Like they don't want the butterfly to fly. They want to pluck the wings. It says, for alchemists, an Ouroboros symbol fit in well with their belief in interconnectedness of the universe, transmutation, and cause and effect. All right. For the Romans, the Ouroboros symbolized infinity. In addition, they associated the symbol with the god Saturn. So again, this made me think about the ring of fire, ring of Saturn, who ruled time and cycles of the year. This makes me think about that time person. According to the Roman philosophy, Saturn connected one year to the next. I told you I feel like some kind of time lapse or something here. In fact, the planet Saturn rules the astrological sign of Capricorn, which connects December. Okay, this is making me think about Natalie's mom energy here, maybe. The last month of the year, with January the first month of the following year. So the Ouroboros represented the old year turning into the new in an infinite cycle. So yeah, this makes me think about like a never-ending story or something like that. But if that's the fuck they think this gonna be, I'm about to break the hell up out of that shit, because this ain't what the ancestors put me to here to do. It's almost like that kind of energy of juicing you up to see, you know what I'm saying, that this might be a nice thing, but at the end it's like bum 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 bum. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no. And I feel like this is also was a blockage or something, some sorcery being used to block me from moving towards something. Possibly a throne, possibly something here. Yeah, I feel like that's what this is. Or a position, some kind of job. Like I said, some shady boots type stuff. Because we talking about now this is some deep stuff here, all right? That I probably can't properly talk about on this channel at this particular time. But you're seeing what you're seeing in that image there. In a strange example of synchronicity, an actual storm that occurred on the planet Saturn had an Ouroboros effect, where storms that occur on Earth will hit obstacles and subside on Saturn. There are no such obstacles. NASA scientists observed a storm on Saturn that traveled around the entire planet unabated until it hit its tail end and sputtered out. Yeah, I feel like that's what's going to happen if that's what they're trying to do to me. $11. There we go with that 11. 11, 11, 22, 22. All right. The Hebrew Bible refers to a sea serpent called the Leviathan a number of times. Some historians believe he is based on Apep, the Egyptian snake deity who battled the sun god Ra. This is giving me a dragon energy here. Indeed, while the Leviathan is sometimes described as created by God, at other times he is portrayed as God's arch enemy. Bam. There we go right there. The Zohar, it's something that they hate to love you. They want to be around you, but they don't. They did. It's just this energy. But it's like somebody's going to need, You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody that wants somebody around or needs somebody around, but they act like they don't, you know? And I'm just not that type of person. If I want to be around somebody, I want to be around them. It's like they'd rather go off and do something else. I don't know, but it's like I think a lot of people feel like there's like these choices, and there always is this choice, and God gives free will. But I think some of these other deities don't. Once they find you out, they the army gets stronger and stronger, and they come back bigger and bigger. You know, you got to be aware. You got to be able to remember those past lives, and that's what I noticed. Where a lot of people it might be easier for them, it's not for me, and I don't think that that's not. I don't think that that was done for no reason. It's like the source or a force where somebody had to chop it down or manipulate it a little bit or tweak something a little bit so that they can't have their full power and potential. So I feel like, again, me, myself, I'm in my full power and potential. But if I want to add the I need to be healed from whatever happened here. And I don't think it's like, no, it's not no more cleansing, no more shadow work, no more childhood trauma. It's something else. The soul heart, which is the foundational, and I think this happened, like I said, as a child. So I can just see, even if like, this was something that maybe some people have these gifts, and then by the time they get like 60 years old, things start to wear. No, this is something else here. It can be undone. Somebody knows how to undo it. It says the Zohar, which is fundamentally a piece of Kabbalistic literature, describes the Leviathan as an Ouroboros, a circle serpent holding its tail, according to symbol of pursuit, a symbol for the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment, or enlightenment to the defeat, or enlightenment to defeat ignorance. Okay? Yeah. And I feel like this could have been done, but, like I said, it is what it is. And let's go to Gnosticism. There we go. The first and second century, a school of thought which came to be called Gnosticism began to reverberate in Jewish and early Christian philosophy. The name comes from Greek word gnosis. Make me think about a diagnosis or gnosis or, whatever. Okay, we know. Which translate to knowledge or knowing. Essentially, again, and a lot of stuff I know, but I don't say and don't show it. Maybe that was sources way. Maybe they think that this make me think about Revelation and say, what did they show you? Did you show them everything that you, and the person said, I showed them everything. So again, maybe this is the thing where they think they've seen everything, but yeah. Essentially, Gnostics believe that we have a direct relationship with God or a higher power. Cut out the middleman energy. And I don't think that they believe. I think they just know that, right? So it's almost like somebody knows that you don't need them. They will even tell you that. And then you would tell them, maybe at one time, maybe I did think I needed you. Maybe now I don't think that I need you. I don't like to use people, and I don't like to hang on or spend too much time in a place if I don't feel welcome. What it was is that out of everything or every other, friend or, connection in the world, I wanted that one. And I'm very fucking stingy with my time. And I'm very accurate when I know what I want. And again, in case this is somebody that's playing, like I said, playing around in my energy, I feel like it's there's a godfather or there is another ancestor energy over that's trying to play matchmaker. And that don't work with me. I want what I want. I like what I like. I go for it. That's the type of person I always been. Now, this don't even mean that it's a relationship every time. It's just like you might be talking about something very interesting. And if I want to hear what you're saying, I'm going to look at you. I'm going to come towards you, respectfully or whatever. And I'm going to, talk to you about it. Be like, hey, you was just saying something about, when I thought, like that's the kind of person that I am. Curiosity killed the cat, but I can't help being just inquisitive and wanting to know a lot, but then it's be a lot of stuff that I already know that I just like because it's weird to already know shit sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to say it like that. So it's nice to be, it would be nice to be around somebody that's the same kind of way. But yes, just like I just said earlier, it's that direct connection with God. Like, yeah, that Lord stuff might work with somebody else, but this is something different here. But I feel like, again, that's somebody else maybe being jealous of that, okay? And then wanting to target you or bully you in, school or whatever about it or whatever. Believe that, okay? It says, or a higher power. And getting closer to God was not a matter of sinning and repenting for our sins, but a matter of not living in illusion and becoming more enlightened. For the Gnostics, the Ouroboros symbolize a unity with the divine. The head represents God, the higher power, in the spiritual realm, and the tail represents the human being and the physical world. Yeah, okay, yeah. The vassal. Nonetheless, the two are interconnected in unity. Okay, and it says, and for eternity. See, I don't like no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't like that. I don't think nothing can really be like for eternity, but you know what I'm saying? I don't like it. I don't know about that. In another part of the world, the fight, I need some, like whatever. I don't know about this. In another part of the world, the Vikings told tales of a giant serpent named Jormungandr, I don't know, who guarded Midgard. Kind of sound like Magog. Their name for Earth. Oh, okay, maybe. Okay, let's just see what this is all about. Hold on. Jormungandr was one of the Norse gods, Loki's 3 children. The other 2 were the goddess Hel and the wolf Fenrir. In the engravings and the other artwork, Nordic artists depicted this Jormungandr as a giant serpent who has his tail in his mouth and encircles the world. This is giving me Gad energy, maybe. One has to wonder if, I don't know why I'm hearing even Wakanda or something. I don't know. One has to wonder if an auroral ring that may have inspired the Chinese dragon also inspired the Vikings depiction. Ain't Minnesota Vikings of the dragon like Jormung? That's the damn name. I don't know. That's a strange name. Indeed, the Vikings would have certainly observed the northern lights. So again, this giving me again Wakanda energy. The Ouroboros symbol also made its way to India. According to Hindu mythology, the world is held up by 4 giant elephants who stand on an enormous turtle, and surrounding the massive assemblage of gigantic snake holding his tail in his mouth. All right, that's all I'm reading, y'all. Oh yeah, that's all I'm reading for the night. I mean, y'all can go back and look at this. I can't psychological. Okay, Carl Jung. Oh, okay. I was just looking at his book, The Lost Gospels. The human psyche. For Jung, it symbolized our ability to regenerate ourselves through self-reflection. Wow, Jung was one of the greats, man. That's not what it say, but I'm just saying. Okay, was well aware of the Ouroboros symbol in alchemy and how it represents a wholeness of unity. Okay. All right, y'all. I think that's it. Oh, cybernetics. Yeah, this would be important to look at, but I'm just done. I'm done right now. All right. Mesoamerica. Okay, look, I'm gonna just do this another time. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. That's long enough.